Okie dokie. And there it is. There's Instagram. Instagram is with us. Welcome to Here It Is. Musical Hangout is what we are now calling this program here. I don't even know if we can call it a program. This presentation, this live experience of music and revelry and general skullduggery. Yeah, Musical Hangout. I'm Zach Hval, the only musical act that cures IBS. Or causes it, I forget which. Be that as it may, we're going to have some fun. We're here for a short time, not a long time. We're here for a good time, not a long time. Before we jump into the music, 'cause I got to tell you about something that happened to me recently. Now, I'm not known for my driving capabilities. I'm not known really for my musical capabilities, if we're being honest. But I pulled a stunning maneuver. I'm sure if William Shatner saw it, he'd be proud. He'd be thinking I was ripping him off from the T.J. Hooker. Does anybody remember T.J. Hooker? Yeah, so I was pulling into my neighborhood, and one of my least favorite parts about living where I live is that the neighborhood, once you come off the main road there, it's always ice. Doesn't matter how much snow you get. We got a big snowstorm here, and it's like we get one type of storm each season. It seems like every year we've had windstorms. We get crazy fires here. We've had a snowstorm at least every year for the last 5 or so years. It's crazy. It's crazy out there. But I was turning into my neighborhood, and I wasn't going very fast. I admit I was only going about maybe 10 miles an hour, and I started slipping and sliding. And I Tokyo drifted. I'll be honest, I Tokyo drifted. You know, Vin Diesel's proud of me, I hope. But somebody happened to be coming out of my apartment place where I live, and they saw me Tokyo drift, and apparently I impressed the guy because he gave me one of these. You know, that's how you know. And as a musician, when you're crushing it, when somebody looks at you and goes, you know you're nailing your guitar solo. Likewise, when you are executing a flawless maneuver in front of another user on the road, and they give you one of these, you've done it. You've nailed it. And of course, I didn't do anything cool in response. I was trying to think. I wanted to look stoic or something like that, but all I could manage to get out of myself was to let the guy know that I acknowledged him acknowledging me being an excellent driver. Okay. Musical hangout time. We're going to start off. Let me grab my GAT. Wouldn't that be nice if I had that? I'm actually recording this time, so I'm proud of myself. But we're going to start off with the Neil Young song because, doggone it, I like Neil Young. Lots of people like Neil Young. You know who doesn't like Neil Young? Communists. Okay, anyways. This is a song called Out on the Weekend from the 1972 record called Harvest. Think I'll pack it in and buy a pickup and take it down to L.A. Find a place to call my own, try to fix it and start a brand new day. The woman I'm thinking of, she loved me all up, but I'm so down today. She's so fine, she's in my mind. I hear her calling. See the lonely boy out on the weekend, trying to make it pay. He can't relate to joy, he tries to speak and can't begin to say. She's got pictures on the wall, they make me look up from her big brass bed. And now I'm running down the road, I'm trying to stay up somewhere in her head. The woman I'm thinking of, she loved me all up, but I'm so down today. She's so fine, she's in my mind, I hear her calling. See the lonely boy out on the weekend, trying to make it pay. He can't relate to joy, he tries to speak and can't begin to say. Out on the Weekend by Neil Percival Young from his 1972 record Harvest. What I like about Harvest, lots of people like Harvest. There's lots of angry people yelling at Neil Young in the comments section of his social media pages. But I think a lot of Neil Young fans are angry for some reason. Be that as it may, that album recently celebrated an anniversary, is my understanding, and he's released some archival footage of it. Pretty cool stuff. But what I like about it is that it's one of the only albums off the top of my head that I know of that where like just about every song on that record was a hit. It has A Heart of Gold on there, that song, Out on the Weekend, Needle and the Damage Done, that song about Alabama that made Leonard Skinner get mad at him. And so weird. I'm just now realizing this as I say this. There's a lot of anger surrounding Neil Young. It's bizarre. As somebody from my church group once, an old church group of mine once said, for a Canadian, he sure is angry. I thought that was funny. But hey, what can you say? I mean, I probably someday will be an old, angry, balding Canadian myself. Okay, moving right along here. Here's your Christmas song for you. We are 6 days into the holiday season. By my calendar, I don't start celebrating in November like some psychopaths. I'll refer to an earlier broadcast for my comments on that. But I start around, the 1st of December, really the end of, Black Friday. And I have dodged Mariah Carey up so far so good. I'll report back later on to let you know if I make it the entire holiday season. So really, January 2nd, hard stop, if I make it there without hearing Mariah Carey. But this song is a Christmas song in my mind. But it's gonna be one of it's like people still debate on whether or not Die Hard is a Christmas movie. It absolutely is a Christmas movie. Everybody involved, I guess I can't say everybody, but most of the people involved in that production agree it's a Christmas picture. It takes place around the holiday times. It's about a man trying to get home for to his family for Christmas. Like, what more do you need? There's Christmas music in it. Santa Claus is referenced throughout. Be that as it may, much like that film, this song is going to be debated as whether or not it actually counts as a Christmas song, and I think it does. This is a song by Tom Waits, the effervescent Tom Waits, the eccentric, and that's the understatement of the century for those of you cool cats and kittens who are in the know about Tom Waits. But it's a song called "The Christmas Card from a Hooker in Minneapolis." Hey, Charlie, I'm pregnant. I'm living on 9th Street, right above a dirty bookstore off Euclid Avenue. I quit taking dope and I quit drinking whiskey. My old man plays the trombone and he works out at the track. He says that he loves me even though it's not his baby. Said he raise him up like he would his own son. And he gave me a ring that was worn by his mother. And he takes me out dancing every Saturday night. And hey, Charlie, I still think about you every time I pass the filling station, on account of that grease you used to wear in your hair. And I still got my record of Little Anthony and the Imperials, but someone stole my record player. Now how do you like that? And I nearly went crazy after Mario got busted, so I moved back to Omaha to live with my folks. And everyone I used to know is either dead or in prison. So I've come back to Minneapolis. This time I think I'm gonna stay. And hey, Charlie, I think I'm happy for the first time since my accident. I wish I had all the money we used to spend on dope, 'cause I'd buy a used car lot. I wouldn't sell any of them. I'd drive a different car every day, depending on how I feel. And hey, Charlie, you wanna know the truth of it? I don't have a husband, he don't play the trombone, and I need to borrow money to pay this lawyer. And Charlie, I'll be eligible for parole come Valentine's Day. Saturday night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright around yon virgin mother and child, sleep in heavenly peace. Christmas card from a hooker in Minneapolis. Or is it a Valentine's Day card? An early Valentine's Day card. That's Tom Waits for you. Keeps you guessing. I kind of borrowed from his Austin City Limits performance. I think it was around 1978. He did that into Silent Night. Pretty cool. Growling out Silent Night, playing the piano. That song, I think, works better on the piano, if we're being honest. Nevertheless, we persevere. I'll do one of my tunes now. This is a song, an old song, a good old one is what Woody Guthrie would call it. It was on my very first album, way back in 2012. It's a song called Words on a Page. I haven't released that first album to the larger streaming platforms, mostly because I'm ashamed of it, just being honest with you. I was a young, self-conscious folk singer. Didn't know what I was getting myself into. Now, I fear nothing. But anyways, it's a good song. It's a song about writer's block. You know, a lot of people come to me, you know, for advice on songwriting and things like that, and a lot of them kind of express a similar concern about, you know, it just feels like they're sitting there looking at blank paper. And to which I say, yeah, that's writing. Any type of writer will tell you that, whether it's, you know, songwriting, book writing, comic book writing, you're going to be spending a lot of time looking at a blank page. But that's the way that goes. So this is a song about that. You know, so it's kind of funny. Sometimes you have to sit there and look at a blank page to write a song. Other times they come to you when you're just sitting here playing the guitar or on the piano or what have you. This is one of those songs where I kind of was just sitting there and everything kind of came together. It's a song called Words on a Page. I started to write the words to this song, but they came out all wrong. I don't know why I spend my time writing words on a page. My words on a page. Johnny tried to write a book, but he ended up looking just like a crook. 'Cause every word he wrote was stolen and thrown on his page. His words on a page. And Dylan tried to write Kelsey a love letter, but I don't believe he could convince her that they were more than just empty words on a page. My words on a page. And the preacher, he looked at me baffled when I asked him about his book. But he smiled, said, "Child, take you home and read it." When I tried, deep inside I could not buy his words on a page. Poet tried to write his words, but they broke and strained to rhyme. I don't have the time, he'd say, to write my own words. My words on a page. Words on a Page from my very first record. There is one place you can find it. It is on my Bandcamp, which is nice because I get a little bit extra. I get more off the top there if you buy the records on Bandcamp. Also, just now, I just sang it there. Where else can you? Oh, if you say the right password around me, you'll get either one of two things: a copy of my first album or a Grateful Dead album. So you got to find the right password to get the right, record. This next tune is from my second album, released in 2015. The album is called Halfway Home. This song is called Lonesome Sparrow, or as I like to call it, The Migratory Patterns of Sparrows, which is actually something I know nothing about. But hey, what are you going to do? Lots of people, listen, birds are great, great for metaphors and similes, if you will, when you're writing your songs and your poetry. That's free songwriting advice from your pal Zach. I don't know anything about songwriting. I just ripped off enough of my heroes, and thankfully you guys all believe it. Anyways, this is a song called Lonesome Sparrow. I am a lonesome sparrow song for anyone who will come along. And when the night comes falling from the sky, I'll return to my nest when that yellow sun is on the rise, brings with it a brand new day and a brand new song. And when the rain washes the snow away, and the flowers of the field, they are abloom, it'll be mating season once again. But I will have no mate for to share my song with. And when the ground it turns cold, and the rivers freeze and the leaves fall from their trees, it'll be winter time once again, and I will fly south like all sparrows do to start anew. Lonesome Sparrow from the Halfway Home record. That was real popular in Nashville when I was living down there. A lot of people seem to dig that. So I figured I'd dust it off for the first, play it for the first time in a hot minute. Yeah, so I decided to call this Musical Hangout because it's a simple title, and it kind of describes what we're doing here. It's a little less formal than you might expect for a performance. But it's cozy. I'm here in my own home, surrounded by all of my wonderful equipment, hanging out. And, the invitation stands to all of you out there every Tuesday night. Sometimes I'm doing crazy things on the electric guitar, making heinous sounds. Sometimes I'm here doing fa la la. Sometimes I'm doing fa la la with the electric stuff as well. Just kind of depends. Yeah, interestingly enough, this next song I'm doing is called An Appointed Time from my third album. I just now realized that I've gone sequentially from my first album all the way to my third album. I'm really proud of myself for that. The song called An Appointed Time is kind of a spiritual sort of a thing, but not like you would hear at church, but more like Need to Breathe, or like Lauren Daigle's Secular Career, if you can dig it. I hope you dig it. I heard the call of my master one night, full like the thunder that roars out at sea, yet tender like a mother with babe in her arms. Long and narrow is my path, heavy is my load. Like Paul on the road to Damascus, I found my way. The others may mock me and fill me with shame, but Firm is the foundation I stand upon. No crown of thorn, whip or chain do I fear. And the rooster he crows and brings forth the dawn. The day will end as soon as it begins. But still I labor and toil, my work isn't finished yet. The lantern still burns, its oil won't run dry. It burns, I don't ask why. Do I heed the call of my master, stay home inside? Well, the tempest outside looms and destroys, but still the orchids breathe their sweet perfume. And the door, it is open for he who knocks. And the light fills my bedroom and sobers me up. Calm are my senses, still is my heart. An appointed time. No idea what it means. Don't really even know what that song's about, to be honest with you. But you get to figure it out. That's kind of one of the cool things about art, especially when you're a hippie such as myself. You kind of get to figure these things out. But this one I can tell you sort of what it's about. This one is a song called I'm Okay. Reason being is because there's lots of songs about being a sad, lonely pieces of sacks of crap out there. There's lots of songs about being happy. Not a whole lot of tunes about being okay, just right in the middle of the road. And quite frankly, I don't really like writing songs about being sad or complaining. I submit Taylor Swift's entire catalog. I think she's got that covered. Peace and love to Taylor. Nothing but peace and love. She's good at it, and I'm not. She seems to like it, and I don't. So, you got to do your own thing. Bread is bread. Cheese is cheese. Praise God. This is a song called, I already said it's called I'm Okay. It came out of an idea I had for a song about a conversation you had with a friend. If you hadn't talked to a friend, if you've seen a friend for the first time in a long time, how that conversation would go. But that didn't work out too well. And then I remember being super kind of inspired by a song called I'm Doing Fine by the effervescent Colin Hay. I don't think that dude has ever written a bad song. If he has, I haven't heard it. Off of his Transcendental Highway album. Fantastic album. But yeah, the song is kind of a conversation. And so I kind of stuck with that idea. And then rather than go straight up plagiarism, I kind of came up with this tune about being okay. And I'm really digging this arrangement of it because I actually don't do it in the arrangement that I wrote it and recorded it in for these streams, mainly because I'm lazy. I don't like tuning down, getting into the weird tunings here. It takes too long, and I'm also afraid to break strings. So, because strings are expensive, and so is beer and gas right now, and I kind of need all of those things. Okay, I'm doing okay. Things could be better. They could be a whole lot worse. Sometimes I am riding high Other times I'm sinking low. Life can be so cruel, but it can be beautiful, like the hips of a girl on a Sunday street. Tongues can be sharp as swords and cut through even the strongest armor. And I'm waiting for fortune to be kind. I'm trying to keep her off my mind. I've got nothing to lose and nothing to prove. I've got just enough strength for the days ahead. And okay, I'm doing okay. I just needed to be alone today. And so what about Scarlet? What can I say? It was together forever. Stay with me, I love you. Stay with me till the morning. But then the sun rose and burnt the night away. And so what about love? What about inspiration? You can't find them both, even if you're not looking. I will sing my song and write my words and dream each night about a beautiful girl. The world is not my home. I won't be here long. I'm marching towards that horizon line, home to that sweet by and by. Friends arrive and disappear. When Miss Jane comes calling, I won't be here, I won't be around. And okay, I'm doing okay. I just needed a friend today. The timpani will bend and the story will end. One way or another, the book will close. I'll stand on the shoreline and watch the ships come in, 'cause one of them I know is mine. And I'm waiting for my luck to turn one more roll of dice. And I'm waiting for her call, I hope it comes soon. I know my day is coming fast, it's just a matter of time. Yes, I've learned how to win, I've learned how to lose, and I'm learning how to be at peace and content with everything. And I'm learning how to be okay, even when I'm not okay. I'm doing okay. I just needed a win today. I'm okay. Believe me, it's a hot piece. Released earlier this year. Um, I like that last line there. Um, I just needed a win today. Boy, if I had my fair share of those days. Here's another super relatable song from my most recent album, The Way We Were, album numero 50, in the Zach Hval canon, for those of you keeping score at home. It's a song called Hiding Place, because gosh darn it, who doesn't want to get away every so often? Unfortunately for me, and a lot of other artists, I guess this isn't unique to me, my hiding place is inside my own mind. But sometimes you gotta watch out, because there's just scary demons in there sometimes. Especially around the wintertime. But you know, what I like to do when that big black hairy dog comes rolling into my bedroom late at night and it tells you that you're no good, you just give him that old Hexas handkerchief. Out that side, homie. Somebody taught me that in Nashville. Anyways, this is a song called Hiding Place. I need a place to hide away, a place I can go to get away, a place I can go to be myself, then turn off for a while. Never saw the truth before I saw it hanging from a cross. I never saw the light until I looked into the dark. I used to love a girl, but that was when I was old. Now I am young, so young in my love for you. Everything just runs by me, 'cause I'm just so far away, and I don't even know the sound of my own name. And I found a place to hide away, a place I can go to get away, a place I can go to be myself and turn off for a while. hiding place. Inspired by the music of one Nick Drake. Here's a song from that same album called The Way We Were, which is streaming here on the information superhighway we call the internet. It's a song about two star-crossed lovers in the magical land of Lansing, Michigan. She was laughing at me, laughing in her sleeve. I could see it in her eyes. A slow song started playing. She came up to me, we started swaying. You were never gonna be my only true love. I'd never carry your picture in my wallet. And I was never gonna be your only boy. I'd never see the family farm. Well, Louise, we loved a short time. That's alright with me, 'cause I'll still care about you. And I'll be there if you call, and if you don't, I guess I'll see you around. And I'll sometimes think about you, may even try to write, 'cause I know where to send my letters. You're always gonna be my favorite person in Lansing, Michigan. Lansing, Michigan, from my new album, The Way We Were. You know, it's not often that I think I succeed in writing these songs, but that one, I guess I got it right in my own mind. There's always like, oh, I wish I could change this line, and sometimes I do. That's why a lot of these songs sometimes sound different than they do on the record. It's because probably somewhere along the line over the years or months or however long ago the song came out, I got self-conscious and rewrote it. But listen, Bob Dylan is still rewriting Tangled Up in Blue, so that'll tell you something. I'm going to do a song by a fella you probably never heard of unless you're weird like me and do all sorts of deep dives into music history, into the annals of the coffers of time. A fella called Blaze Foley. Now, Blaze was a Texas singer-songwriter. He did country, mostly country kind of stuff, country folk stuff, some blues thrown in there. Very deep, baritone voice. But reason you probably never heard of him is because he was busy living and not too busy working on the musics. There's only a handful of recordings. As far as I know, he only did one commercial album. The name escapes me of that record. But there's his estate or whoever's in charge of his music now has gone through and kind of remastered what sounds like old tapes, real tapes of some demos and things like that. Some wonderful stuff came out of that, including the song I'm about to sing. But perhaps my favorite piece of Blaze Foley trivia is Ethan Hawke, of all people, directed a motion picture, biopic based on him. I forget who played him, but he was only active a few years in the 70s, and he died. I believe he was shot in an alleyway, drunk one evening. Boy, what a way to go! You see why I'm attracted to these people. You can add Blaze Foley to the list of people that were taken from us far too soon and had far too short of, well, not a whole lot of material, shall we say. I think of Nick Drake, who I've talked about earlier tonight, and also Ad Nauseum and other broadcasts of the musical Hangout. But yeah, him, Nick Drake. Jackson C. Frank is another one. what's the guy that did Hallelujah? Not Leonard Cohen, but the awesome cover that everybody thought. Jeff Buckley. I think that's it. That feels right. Again, these people, they absolute maniacs and completely level every time you listen to them, but there's not a whole lot of them, and it's really sad. That's why I'm glad I haven't died yet. Anyways, this is a song called Clay Pigeons. There's lots of versions of it. Probably the most famous version that I know of, that is John Prine did a version of it. But it's a song called Clay Pigeons. I learned it earlier this year when I first ran into Blaze. But then it kind of just fell off my radar, but I really started digging it again. And so I hope you will too. I'm going down to the Greyhound station, gonna buy a ticket to ride. Find that big fat lady with 2 or 3 kids and sit down by her side. Then ride till the sun comes up and down around me about 2 or 3 times. Smoking cigarettes in the last seat, try to hide myself from the people I meet and get along with it all. Go down where people say y'all, sing a song with a friend, change the shape I'm in and get back in the game and start playing again. I'd like to stay, but I might have to go to start over again. Might go back down to Texas, might go somewhere I've never been, and get up in the morning and go out at night, and I won't have to go home. Get used to being alone, change the words to the song, and start singing again. I'm tired of running around looking for answers to questions I'd already know. I could build me a castle of memories just to have somewhere to go. Count the days and the nights it takes to get back in the saddle again. Feed the pigeons some clay, turn the night into day, and start talking again when I know what to say. I'm going down to the Greyhound station, gonna buy a ticket to ride. Find that big fat lady with 2 or 3 kids and sit down by her side. And ride till the sun comes up and down around me about 2 or 3 times. Smoking cigarettes in the last seat, try to hide my sorrow from the people I meet and get along with it all. Go down where people say y'all, feed the pigeons some clay, turn the night into day and start talking again when I know what to say. Clay Pigeons by Texas songwriter Blaze Foley. I forget I don't even know who played him in the Ethan Hawke picture. I don't know where it's streaming. But I would certainly like to see that movie. I don't even remember the name of the picture, to be honest with you. I heard Ethan Hawke talking about it recently. Okay, yeah. I got one more left in me here. It's a song I've done a million times. I almost had an accident there. Song called Green Rocky Road. There's so much I've said about this song that it's hard for me to keep track of. One thing I haven't said about it, I don't think ever, live, is that I learned it about this time of year. It's not even a Christmas song, but I kind of associate it with this time of year because it would have been around 2015, I remember, that I stumbled across Dave Van Ronk teaching it here on the internet. Learned it, and I began performing it just about every chance I got. So it's basically it's mine now. But yeah, I associate it with the holiday times, Star Wars Episode 7 because it came out and ruined a bunch of people's childhoods, I guess. And the anticipation of, in the not-too-distant future, moving to Nashville, Tennessee. Anyways, Green Rocky Road, as taught to me via the digital tubes by Dave Van Ronk. Oh, this is also on my 3rd album, or 5th album, The Way We Were. When I go by Baltimore, I need no carpet on my floor. Come along, won't you follow me? Let's go down to Galilee. Green, green, rocky road, promenade in green. Tell me who you love, tell me who you love. See that crow up in the sky? He don't walk and he don't fly. He don't walk and he don't run. Keep on flapping to the sun. Green, green, rocky road, promenade in green. Tell me who you love, tell me who you love. Little Miss Jane running in the wall. Don't you stumble, well, don't you fall. Don't you sing, no, don't you shout. When I sing, you come running out. Green, green, rocky road, promenade in green. Tell me who you love, tell me who you love. Ooka-dooka, soda cracker, does your mama chew tobacco? If your mama chews tobacco, ooka-dooka, soda cracker, yes. Green, green, rocky road, promenade in green. Tell me who you love, tell me who you love. When I go by Baltimore, I need no carpet on my floor. Come along, won't you follow me? Let's go down to Galilee. Green, green, rocky road, promenade in green. Tell me who you love, tell me who you love. Green, green, rocky roads. Folks, we'll wrap it up here for you. Of course, the new title of the presentation is Musical Hangout, because it's a musical hangout. We're just hanging out. We're singing songs, give or take about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour here, Tuesday nights, alternating between acoustic sets and electrical sets. Until next time, I'm Zach Hval, reminding you that some people are alive only because it's illegal to kill them. Bread is bread, cheese is cheese, praise God. So a priest and a rabbi are having lunch, and they've been friends for years and having lunch and talking about their faith and their lives for as long as either of them can remember. And the priest turns to the rabbi and says, my friend, I'm going to ask you a question, and I'll understand if you don't want to answer. It's a difficult question. But your faith prohibits you from eating any type of meat that comes from a pig. But have you ever had ham? And the rabbi says, I admit, years ago when I was a teenager, I was at a party, and I tried some ham. But it was only one time, and I haven't done anything since. And the priest says, well, I'm sure God forgives you. And the rabbi says, okay, well, I want to ask you a question now. Your faith prohibits you from sleeping with a woman, but have you ever been with a woman? And the priest says, I admit, many years ago, before I committed my life to the cloth, I was with a woman, but it was only one time, and I haven't done anything since. And so the rabbi looks at him and winks and says, it's better than pork, isn't it? Alrighty, there's your dumb joke. We'll see you next time.